Thank you for staying with us. Let's continue with our conversation with political analyst Sandile Swana around the ANC and the Free State and the troubles there. Mr. Swana, thank you very much for staying with us and for your patience. Earlier, we were talking about what a coincidence and a shame it is that the province where the ANC was born is going through something like this. Could this be an indication of, how troubled the ANC really is? Maybe it's something we were not really seeing.
Yes, it is. If you accept that their last conference was in 2017 already, and this is 5 years down the road, they should have prepared secretarially for these conferences to take place. Provinces that are several times larger in ANC branches than the Free State, such as KZN, have done everything successfully. So the Free State, clearly there has been a contestation that is not easily winnable, perhaps between the Ramaphosa faction led by Dugwana and the Magashule faction. And they have sustained that war for 5 years with no decisive win. And they are going now into the national conference, still a divided province. And that is a sign. I thought, for instance, by now the ANC would have already lined up a clear list of future leaders that they actually want and having advanced their renewal program. But you still see that they are still as divided as they were in 2017.
So the branches were supposed to have sat down by the 25th of October to give mandate, obviously, to the provincial elective conference, etc. 301 delegates expected from the Free State province for the December national conference. Could this possibly happen? I'm not seeing that this will happen. Conference is in about 7 weeks.
My view, first of all, I agree with you. I don't think that is something we should expect. What would be fair, and then I'm hoping that Kgalema, Montante and them have already accommodated this, I haven't checked, that those branches that are fully compliant and have submitted fully compliant nominations for the conference should be allowed to go through and accept, even if you miss half of the Free State branches, because at this stage the chaos is extensive. Similarly to the Western Cape, interestingly, in the Western Cape, the very largest region has been the most troublesome as well.
Well, it's going to be quite an interesting few weeks in the ANC, particularly in the Free State. It looks like the battle lines have been drawn, but no solution, as you said, can be found. I just want to go back to Siyonzana. We've seen Mangaung and how violent it can get. People having embarked on violent protests earlier this year because of a lack of service delivery, and now politics are going to possibly bring that back. And by December, maybe there'll be leaders who are at the helm in the Free State that the branches didn't really want.
Yes, that is where we are headed for. And the thing about it is that it appears to me that in the Free State specifically, if you compare it to other provinces, the new executive, the new top six of the ANC and the NSC did not have a renewal plan for the Free State that was viable and workable. And that part of that plan could have been, and I mean, you can talk about mayors and all that, but part of that plan could have been to make sure that you have credible, verifiable branches that can then nominate people, even in the municipal elections, where Siyonzana comes from, the municipal sector. So, indeed, most of us started to be shocked when the characters that probably for the past 10 years, probably since Pulukwane, have been causing trouble there, are still the ones who are coming forward. Now, those people are people who have queries in the communities, who have governance questions against them, although some of them don't yet have criminal cases in court, but they have been acting with absolute total impunity in the Free State, Siyonzana being one of them.
I guess we should have seen the signs when former President Thabo Mbeki was sent to the Free State to try and talk about unity, but he wasn't really listened to. At some point, I think it was delayed by a few hours because of some of the branch members or the members of the ANC in the Free State not wanting really for him to speak. Or is it about the fact that the former president is not being respected in that particular province? Maybe he's seen as an ally of President Cyril Ramaphosa. But that was political analyst Sandile Swana.